All right, friends, I'm back. It's Eric from Free NBA Daily Bets podcast and YouTube show. Appreciate y'all listening. This is my second podcast show today. It's still Sunday. It's 11:11 on the East Coast, and I'm cranking out the Monday podcast. So let's get after it, guys. First game up, we got the Lakers at the Nets. This game is tricky just because the Lakers are really hampered by injuries. LeBron James is out. Rui Hachimura is still out. Dorian Finney-Smith is out. And Jackson Hayes is questionable. So, I really don't know who JJ Redick's going to start. He's got no big, and he's really got no power forward, honestly. Or like somebody who's like at least 6'10", 6'9", even 6'8", really, Jared Vanderbilt, I guess, but he doesn't bring much shooting. So they're going to roll with like Doncic, Austin Reeves. Like, that's important. Austin Reeves props, whatever his number is, if it's 25.5 or something, I'd take it over. I'm going to write that down, guys. That might be the way to go. Because Luka, you could say Luka assists, but who's he going to pass to shoot the ball? Gabe Vincent, Dalton Knecht. I don't know. I don't know, guys. It's a weird spot for sure. I will say that. I'll put Austin Reeves over points. That looks like a good spot to go. The spread's -6 Lakers. Over unders 215.5. I honestly don't feel great about it. For Brooklyn, they're going to be without Cam Thomas and Trendon Watford. They've lost 7 in a row. They haven't looked good, guys. They looked good for a half at Charlotte, and then they just fell the F apart, of course, with my money on it, of course. This team's just really freaking annoying right now. Front end of back-to-back, they play at Cleveland on Tuesday. So they're probably not going to care. They don't want to win this game. I lean Lakers -6. I don't feel great about it. And I lean under 215.5. I don't feel good about that either. But that's the way I look for that game, guys. Okay, next game up. Let's see, 76ers at the Hawks. And let me find it. There's so many games today, guys. We got a lot to talk about. Okay, Philadelphia 76ers. Let's see here. Maxey is questionable, guys. Paul George is still out. So Maxey plays, that makes it interesting. But again, his finger, it was his finger on his shooting hand, guys. Like that type of stuff, is it fully healed? Probably not. Good enough to play with? Yeah. Is it still affecting his shot? Of course. He couldn't shoot the ball with his finger hurt. Ever since he hurt it at New York, I think it was. He can't shoot the ball, guys. So, now you're going to go at Atlanta. They played yesterday, and they barely beat Utah, did not cover the spread. I feel so bad if you bet the 76ers. I feel really bad for you guys, man. I really do, because I thought about it. I almost got there, and I was like, no, let me not. Up 20 in the fourth quarter and freaking only won by 4 points. Unreal. Just unreal bad beat. I feel so bad for the Philadelphia backers. So, Quentin Grimes only played 27 minutes. Justin Edwards played 29 minutes. Oh, and this is like another PSA, guys. So it's this time of the year, and you have to understand the draft implications for the 76ers. They have a top 6 protected draft pick, meaning if they're in the top 6, bottom 6 of the lottery, and their lottery ping pong ball hits 6 or under, then they keep their pick. If they don't, then it goes to Oklahoma City, I believe. I believe it goes to the Thunder. So I'm saying all this because Nick Nurse came out and said Quentin Grimes, Kelly Oubre Jr., and I think Yabusele are going to have their minutes monitored, reduced. So, we just look here, guys. Quentin Grimes only 27 minutes. Kelly Oubre only 20 minutes. Yabusele 12 minutes. They played Jared Butler more. They played Lonnie Walker 34 minutes. Ricky Council 21 minutes. You know what I'm saying? They're really not trying to win right now, guys. They're like, screw it. We really have no chance at the play-in, which they don't. They have a slight chance at the play-in, but it looks like the Bulls are gonna get in, guys. As crazy as that sounds, it looks like the Bulls are gonna get into the play-in tournament. They got a 3.5 game lead on the 76ers right now. So, I mean, still like 18 games left to go or whatever it is. So, still plenty of basketball to be played. But I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think the 76ers are showing that they just don't care. They're going to tank. So, Atlanta, they did not play yesterday. They are healthy except for Trae Young. Trae Young is he questionable or probable? He's questionable with the quad, but he's been playing, guys. He's been playing. He's only sat out like a couple games this year, so it's pretty reliable. If you like Atlanta, he's probably going to play. They just beat Indiana 2 times in a row. No back-to-back for them. They play Wednesday at home against Charlotte. No look ahead. Really good opportunity for them. Let's see what the spread is. Oh, wow, that's crazy. They got the Hawks -9. I'm sorry, guys. The Hawks can't stop anybody. Like I don't understand how they're gonna win by 9. Their last 4 wins have been under 6 points and under. Now, granted, their last 4 wins have been against better teams than Philly, with Indiana, Memphis, and Miami. Let's see. They beat the Magic by 6. They beat the Wizards by 14. They beat the Bucks by 5. They beat the Pistons by 2. This is going back into January now, guys. They beat Boston by 4. They beat Chicago at Chicago by 16. Okay, so that's legitimately almost 2 months ago is when they beat a team that's actually somewhat decent by more than 10 points. Like that's freaking crazy, guys. I can only look Philly in this one. I'm actually debating whether or not to bet that. I mean, it feels like Maxey might play. You might want to bet this sooner than later, guys. I don't trust. I do not trust Atlanta to win by 10, guys. I don't. Over-under's 229. That's pretty low for a Hawks game, and I like that over a lot. That might just be the safest way to go. That way you don't even have to worry about Philly covering or not. And the thing is this too, guys. Philly, it's going to be different because they're on the road. That's one thing. But, like, from what I saw tonight, Ricky Council played well. Jared Butler played really well. Jeff Dowden played really well. Lonnie Walker played well. Like, those 4 guards on the bench, they played great. Adam Bona, he played some good minutes too. I mean, these guys were plus 29, plus 20 on the plus minus. The starters were, Justin Edwards was minus 34. My goodness. Andre Drummond, minus 10. Quentin Grimes, minus 17. Like, I'm just saying, with plus 9, and the bench has a little bit of confidence off of yesterday, I like Philly, guys. Philly total, they've been giving up points on back-to-backs as well. I see no reason why this doesn't go over. And 115 minus 4, 111, like 110.5 for 76ers team total over. I just like the game over in general, guys. 76ers aren't playing good defense. They don't really care. I like that over a lot. I think I'm going to get there with that. Okay, next game up. We got the Utah Jazz at the Boston Celtics. Now, like I just said, Utah just covered a miracle cover, guys, honestly. And they're tanking, too. They don't give a fuck about the winning right now. They don't. They're backups. They play hard, but, they're no way going to win at Boston, guys. Let's take a look at what the minutes they played. I was about to bet Isaiah Collier under his 12.5 points. He got 13. I'm glad I did not. And he looked awful. He's not a good shooter. He's really bad, guys. He got 10 assists, though. But he played 30 minutes. Sensabaugh, 31. Filipowski, 31. KJ Martin, 36. Keontae George, 33 minutes. Typical Utah Jazz stuff, guys. They'll probably sit, like, I don't know. Maybe Jordan Clarkson plays with John Collins, and they rest Markkanen, even though he's healthy enough to play. I can't. The NBA's got to like stop this shit. Like really, like if play the freaking guys. If they can play, play. Like you're sitting guys who have sat like 15 games, the last 20 games, and they can play, guys. It's ridiculous. Boston. Jason Tatum is questionable. I doubt he plays, guys. It's the Utah Jazz. They don't give an F about this game. Al Horford's questionable. Porzingis, I don't know what kind of illness he has, but he's been sick for like a week and a half. He's doubtful. Let's see. See what their schedule is. Boston, they've won 4 in a row. They play Wednesday against Oklahoma City. Way better game, but no back-to-back. The spread's high, of course, guys. It's plus 17.5, Utah. So over-unders at 226. Man, I like Celtics team total over. It's going to be 113 plus 8, 121.5. I still think they get there. Celtics team total over 121. I really still think they get there, guys. Utah has no desire to play any defense. They turn the ball over so much. I really think Boston can get to this number in their sleep. Yeah. Okay, next game up. And I like the over in general. Just with the Utah Jazz on the road, they just go over, guys. Like they'll fight really hard. They'll never quit. They can kind of score. Their backups can score pretty efficiently too. So I lean over 226. All right, next game up. Oh gosh, this team. It's like these fucking teams, guys. Gosh, these fucking teams. The Raptors. They lost to the Wizards because they forgot to remember that Jordan Poole was playing, and Jordan Poole is literally the only guy that can actually beat you. And he went off like 30-something points. And that's the only reason the Wizards won that game. It's the only reason the Wizards were in that game. So for this game, Chris Middleton is out. Marcus Smart is out. Richaun Holmes is out. Malcolm Brogdon's out. So like, oh crap, we won the game. We need to really lose this game. That's what the Wizards front office is saying. It's just so, man, so ridiculous, guys. It's so ridiculous. The Wizards have won 3 out of the last 4. Oh yeah, they're definitely tanking now. They're like, oh man, we're winning too much. We're winning way too much. They play at Detroit on Tuesday, so this is the front end of a back-to-back. Let's take a look at Toronto's situation. Toronto's semi trying to tank, but they actually got good players. So like whenever they play, they can't really tank because those guys are going to win the game. Let's see. Jakob Pertl's ruled out. Jacoby Walters ruled out. Ochai Agbaji's ruled out. Let's see here. Let's see. Are the Raptors? No, they're 5 games back of the play-in. They're not going for the play-in, guys. They're just trying to play for next year. Let me see. Grady Dick is out for a while, for like 2 weeks. So they're going to play Emmanuel Quickley, R.J. Barrett, Scotty Barnes, Orlando Robinson, Chris Boucher, Jamal Sheed. I don't know, guys. I guess I would just play Raptors minus 6.5, minus 7. I don't know. I'm not playing that game. I can't stand the Raptors. They probably win by 10. Wizards, they're not looking to win. I don't know, guys. Over unders 231, 232.5. Raptors team total over might be a good look, but I'm gonna stay off that game, guys. All right, next game up, we have the Charlotte Hornets at the Miami Heat. Spread is minus 9.5. It's another team that's just effing up my money. Freaking Miami Heat, man. Let's see, minus 9.5. Home favorite. Totals 216. Let's take a look at Charlotte's injury report here. LaMelo, everybody's healthy, so everyone's good to go except for Yusuf Nurkic. Who cares about Nurkic? Yeah, everyone's good to go. And they did beat the Nets. They came back and beat them last game without LaMelo Ball. That snapped their 9-game losing streak. So now they're back on the road. No back-to-back for them. 4-game road trip. Miami sucks, guys. Like, just flat out, Miami sucks. Let's check the injury report. Like, I don't know what's up with that team. They just suck, guys. Andrew Wiggins has made no difference. He's probable. Haywood Highsmith is questionable. Alec Burks is questionable. Duncan Robinson is questionable. Tyler Hero is probable. So Hero's going to play. He was probable last game with an illness, and he played. So I don't see why he doesn't play here. So let me see if Miami has a back-to-back. I don't even want to spend. Miami pisses me off so much, guys. They lost to Chicago. Of course, I bet on them. And then the game before that, I bet on Minnesota. And Duncan Robinson hit a miracle three-pointer with like 1 second left to cover the spread against the Timberwolves. And I lost money on that. So really, they're on my shit list right now. They play at home against the Clippers. And I don't trust Miami to win by 10, guys. I know it's the Hornets. But I don't trust the Heat to win by 10 right now. By more than 10. There's plus 10s out there for the Hornets. I would take Hornets plus 10. Don't feel great about it. The Heat probably win by 30. The way like my betting's going. Heat probably win by 30. But I would take Hornets plus 10. Over unders 216.5. And I don't know, guys. I think it goes over, but I don't have the balls. I've been every time I bet these teams to go over, they can't hit a freaking free throw. They can't make a freaking layup. So it probably goes over 216.5. I can't look that way, guys. Next game up, we got the Phoenix Suns at the Memphis Grizzlies. Both of these teams are really annoying as well. I bet Memphis last night against the New Orleans Pelicans with like nobody freaking playing for the Pelicans. It's ridiculous. And they only won by 3 points. They were up 8 with like a minute left and right on the doorstep of covering the 8.5, the opening line. And they just said, nope, we're just going to let the freaking Pelicans get back in the game. They start a 4 or 5 game homestand now. Let's take a look. Desmond Bane played 38 minutes. Ja Morant played 37 minutes. Jalen Wells 33 minutes. Scottie Pippen Jr. 29. I don't know if Ja Morant plays in this one. I think he does, but I'm not confident on that. Santi Aldama missed yesterday's game against the Pelicans. Let me see here, guys. Let's see what's going on here. So they've won 2 in a row, but honestly, they got lucky to cover against Dallas. They got super lucky. They didn't play clean in that game. They haven't had a good win since at Phoenix on February 11th, right before the All-Star break. It's been a month. Ever since the All-Star break, I don't know what happened to the All-Star break, but this team is just like only won 4 games. They look like shit every single night. They can't get it. They can't beat bad teams. Like I don't know what the heck is wrong with Memphis right now, guys. I have no idea what's going on with that team. Phoenix, let's check how many minutes they played. Phoenix played Dallas and they won and covered. Oh, they barely covered, guys. I think Najee Marshall had a 3 at the end that would have covered, and he did not get it to go. And so the Suns won by 9. They covered all the numbers. Kevin Durant, 38 minutes. Devin Booker, 38 minutes. Everybody else played less than 30. Let's take a look at the line. It's -5 to the Grizzlies. Now, these two teams just played recently, and it went into overtime, and the Grizzlies won by 3. Over-under's high. It's 244.5. I mean, for a reason. None of these teams play defense. None of these teams care about getting stops, and they both have good shooting. I can only look over. I'm not going to play it. Everything has to go pretty much perfect to go over 244.5. Man, I lean -5 Grizzlies, but I don't feel good about that guy. Nah, guys, Grizzlies can't stop anything. As much as I hate the Suns, I can only look Suns +5. There's even a 5.5 out there. It's the way I'd look, guys. Okay, next game up, we have the Indiana Pacers at the Chicago Bulls. And I don't know if Halliburton's going to play here, guys. He missed the last 2 games in Atlanta. Halliburton's questionable again. TJ McConnell's questionable. He left the game last game. Andrew Nembhard cashed for me. Something's cashing for me, guys. Been 2 player props. I'm like 2-0 on player props now. Yeah, they lost 2 in a row in Atlanta. They haven't lost 3 in a row since December 4th, guys. December 3rd was the last time they lost 3 in a row. Like 3 months ago. So I don't think they lose at Chicago. This is crazy. This is actually a freaking really important stretch for Chicago. I mean, not that it's really important, but other teams are just sucking more than the Bulls. And the Bulls actually aren't sucking right now. They actually are playing hard every game and scoring the shit out of the ball. Let's take a look at the injuries. And it really doesn't matter who's been playing. They've been covering point spreads. So let's see here, guys. Let's see here. Kobe White's probable. Patrick Williams is questionable. Lonzo Ball's doubtful. Oh, Vucevic is questionable. He hasn't played in like 2 weeks. He may play. Okay, so Vucevic might play. Let's take a look at their schedule. If this is like a front end of a back-to-back for Philadelphia, it is a front end of a back-to-back. They play Milwaukee on Tuesday at home. Huh, interesting. I really do like Indiana to win this game. Let's see what the spread is. It's only -4.5. Wow. These 2 teams just played recently. Pacers won by like 15, but it was close, guys. Over-unders at 242. Man, I think this goes over. I'm just curious. You know what? I hate trying to fade Chicago, and they keep proving me wrong, but I know they're not that good. It's just... I'll give them credit. They play really freaking hard, but they're not as talented as all these other teams. And like these other teams are taking them lightly, not closing them out well, and the Bulls just stick around and hit threes at the end and cover point spreads. This is a short number. I do like Indiana to cover it. Over-unders at 242. I can only look over 242, but I really would like Halliburton in for that. But the front end of a back-to-back kind of concerns me for Indiana. Like if they really want to run and gun with Chicago. But at the same token, Chicago just wants to run. That's all they want to do. So I can only look over 242.5. I don't think I'm going to get there with that, but you never know. Next game up, guys, we got the Orlando Magic at the Houston Rockets. Let's take a look here. Everyone's healthy for Orlando that's been playing. Jalen Suggs is out for the whole year. They're off of a really nice win against the Milwaukee Bucks. That snapped their 5-game losing streak. This is a tough matchup for them. The only thing is, no back-to-back for them either. They don't play until Thursday at New Orleans. But at the same token, Houston, they have some injury concerns, guys. Amen Thompson, well, I guess just one guy. But, Amen Thompson's a big part of that team. Fred VanVleet looks to be back, though. He's questionable. He may play. So, Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green, they'll put Jabari Smith back into the starting lineup. Dylan Brooks will play small forward. They still have a pretty good bench. They're still a really good team. Let's see here. Oh, thank God, guys. The Pistons covered for me. That was a little close. They won 119-112. So thank God, I got a winner, guys. I got a winner. Even day for me because the freaking Cavaliers just can't. They just can't not just win by 7 or fewer points. They have to win by 10 or 20 freaking points every single freaking time they play. It's like My God, that team is an aberration. Like in terms of the point spread, like they're 66% on the year. Like this is going to be they're like on the cusp of like being like the record of like the most profitable regular season NBA team in history. Like they're getting that close, guys. It's unreal. It's just like, oh gosh, just so frustrating this year, guys. Anyways, no back to back for the Rockets. Let's see what this point spread is. So it's Houston minus 4.5. Over unders 213. Man, it's tough. Houston just shot, and I was on their over the last game. They scored 146 points, so I actually got something right. I don't want to back points. This game's weird to me too. I mean, obviously, like I'm just like the way these NBA teams are playing this year, guys, and like just the way I've been betting, it's been a freaking nightmare. I would say I would go with Houston minus 5, 4.5. I don't feel great about it. I would lean over to 12.5, but I've been made a fool for betting Orlando Magic games over. Every time I freaking bet them to go over, they go under. The next game they fly over. So, take whatever I'm saying with a grain of salt, guys. Next game up, we got this game again. I actually made money on this game yesterday. Denver at OKC. Let's take a look. Jokic did hurt his elbow. I don't know if he plays, guys. They might just concede this game and lose again to OKC. They might do that. They play Wednesday at home against Minnesota, so another really good team. They might, and they play the Lakers on Friday. That will be without LeBron, but still. I don't like Denver here, guys. They lost by 24 yesterday. They gave up a 41-point fourth quarter. OKC just kind of did what they did, man. They just held on and then pulled away. That's what they do. Them in Cleveland. They kind of let the team stay around in the fourth, and then in the fourth quarter they just freaking pull away. Like that's what those two teams do. So Chet Holmgren, only 26 minutes. He was in foul trouble. So Jalen Williams, 38 minutes. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 35 minutes. This is the thing, guys. No one else played heavy minutes for them. They purposely rested guys on Friday night against the Portland Trailblazers. I would expect everybody to play again for the Thunder because they purposely sat people for like 4 days to get ready for this. They usually do play everybody on back-to-backs anyways. So, I think they play everybody here. They are a big game at Boston, though, on Wednesday. That's a big game for them. I mean, it's the Eastern Conference opponent, but it is the defending champions, and it's who they want to beat, and make a mark for for this season and everything. I'm just thinking here, though, guys. Let me see how many minutes Denver played really quickly here. 42 minutes for Jamal Murray, 41 minutes for Jokic, 38 for Michael Porter Jr. Aaron Gordon left the game, so he's probably not going to play today. Christian Braun, 32 minutes. I mean, Najee's terrible. Zeke Naji, he's awful. Russell Westbrook only played 31 minutes. He shot awful. Yeah, guys, I can only look OKC. The spread's 8.5. I think they whoop their ass again. Total's 240. You know what? I like that to go under again, guys. I bet under 244 yesterday. I don't think Denver struggles against and I'm dead on. At least I know this shit, guys. If there's one thing I know, there's a couple spots I know this year. There's a couple teams that I know really, really well this year, guys. Denver struggles against teams with big front courts because Denver shoots the least amount of threes in the NBA per game. Okay, so they know they can't shoot the freaking 3-pointer. They suck at shooting. That team sucks at shooting. They thrive at cutting to the basket and finishing in the paint. You can't do that against Oklahoma City. You can't do that against Boston. You can't do that against the Lakers when they played the Lakers. Like, they can't score, guys, against the Thunder. They just can't, guys. So I like under 240 again. You might just want to take Nuggets team total under again. It'll be like, what, 115.5 or something like that. I think that's the safest way to go for that game. Next game up. Oh, God, both of these teams suck. The NBA sucks, guys. The NBA just sucks. I'm sorry to be like on a negative rant on this podcast. It's just to put in so much time like I do and to like just fucking suck this year. It just hurts. It hurts, man. And these players like are heartless millionaires. They get paid millions to just have no heart and just give no fucks. It's what they do. So the Mavericks, Brandon Williams exited the game. That's someone with heart. That guy was on a 10-day contract. That guy was playing his heart out. He was balling. Exited the game. I highly doubt he plays. Big blow for them because, I mean, they're only playing like 6-7 guys. Dallas is. Let's see P.J. Washington if he's able to play. P.J. Washington may play. Kai Jones may play, but that's it, guys. That's it. And Dallas is awful, guys. There's no two ways about it. Dallas is just bad. They're bad, guys. I watched them on ESPN yesterday. If Phoenix can win, Phoenix couldn't even win by double digits. That's how bad Phoenix is. That's how bad Phoenix sucks. But Dallas can't protect the paint. They've given up over 122 points in 5 straight games. San Antonio played last night in a barn burner with the Timberwolves. Timberwolves could not miss. They couldn't miss. They won. They beat the Spurs 141-124. Now these two teams, Dallas and San Antonio, play on Wednesday again in San Antonio. So back-to-back for both these teams, well, in terms of schedule, not in terms of days. No one played over 33 minutes. Vassell played 33, but nobody else played even 30 minutes. So they're going to be rested for this one. Just watching Dallas and how bad they were yesterday, I'm telling you guys, they haven't covered a point spread in 5 straight. Did they even cover against Charlotte? I know they did not. So they haven't covered in 6 straight games. Oh gosh, this team's so bad, guys. I actually think I'm going to bet this game. I watched the Spurs last night too. They're actually kind of talented, which is crazy. They just can't. They can't get a stop. Oh my gosh, this total's too low, guys. Okay, yeah, there's money to be made in this game. Thank God. I actually know these teams kind of well. Over 226. Spurs team total over is gonna hit, guys. That's easy money. I'm telling you right now. 226, 113 would be like 116. That's gonna hit. Dallas can't stop anybody. Spurs can score with the best of them. Spurs will be motivated. They're just not good. They don't have anybody who can rebound, and they got like 4 guys that all play the same position, like Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Chris Paul, De'Aaron Fox. Like they're just wings. Stephon Castle. Like they just have wings for days, guys. They have no big guys at all with Wembanyama out. It's almost amazing how much better they. I mean, obviously Wembanyama is amazing, but like this team can't even compete. They can't even compete, guys. I like -5.5. There's a -5.5. I like -5.5. We'll have to see if P.J. Washington comes back. I mean, that's not going to move the needle for me too much. But the Spurs can't stop anybody, so I can't fault you if you just want to take over 226. But Spurs team total over, I think that's the safest way to go for this game, guys. Mavericks cannot stop a soul. Next game up. Wow, this spread is crazy. Golden State Warriors hosting the Portland Trailblazers. Spread is -12 to Golden State. Over-under is 231. Now, Portland lost to Detroit last night. And I'm speaking it like in this podcast as if today's Monday. I know it's tonight, Sunday night, but I'll just speak in terms of last night, Sunday night. So this is the second night of a back-to-back for them. Then they come back home for a 8-game homestand, 7-game homestand for them. That will be the time to bet Portland, guys. I'm telling you right now. They have not been covering point spreads right now. That will change. They will start covering point spreads again. It might even happen tonight against Golden State. Let's see how many minutes they play. They usually play everybody. Actually, they don't usually play everybody. They sometimes play everybody on the second night of back-to-backs. So let's see here. We got Kamara 33 minutes, Jeremy Grant 36, Anthony Simons 36, Scoot Henderson 32. So that's it. Nobody really played heavy minutes. I would expect everybody for Portland plays, but you never know, guys. You never know in the NBA. Portland actually has an outside shot at the play-in tournament. They're only 3.5 games back of Dallas, and Dallas sucks. So they could catch them if they string some wins together. Phoenix, they could they probably have the tiebreaker on Phoenix. Actually, I don't think they do have the tiebreaker on Phoenix. I don't think they do. I think they split the series 2-2 this year. Anyways, Golden State, Pozinski is. Let's see what Pozinski's doing with. He's ruled out. Kuminga's also ruled out. Wow, I thought Kuminga was going to play. So Kuminga's still not playing. I think Kuminga's going to play soon, guys. I think he's going to play Thursday at home against Sacramento or Saturday. The next 2 games, I feel pretty confident Kuminga plays, guys. No need to rush him back, honestly. I mean, take as much time as you need, Kuminga. But yeah, 4 wins in a row for the Warriors. They've won. They're like 11-1 with Jimmy Butler. They're climbing in the standings. They are the 6th seed. And as I'm saying this, excuse me, and as I'm looking at the scores right now, man, Sacramento might beat the Clippers, guys. So that would put the Warriors in a really good position for the 6th seed. It's interesting. But still, minus. I don't think they beat Portland by 13 points, guys. I can only look Portland plus 12, as long as everybody plays for Portland, and the total is at 230.5. It's kind of weird because Portland is actually pretty good in terms of defensive metrics of late, but they play at such a ridiculously fast pace that their games, there's so many chances the game goes over. I'd lean over 230.5. I think that's kind of a good number, actually. I'm probably not going to touch that over. I lean over. Don't feel amazing about it. Okay, next game up. Last game of the day. It is the New York Knicks at the Sacramento Kings. Let's take a look. See if Sacramento pulled it out, guys. 22 seconds left. They're up 2 points against the Clippers. Let's take a look at the Knicks injury report as that game's finishing up. Maybe we can see something if they won or not. So Jalen Brunson is out, and everybody else is healthy. I mean, obviously, guys, so Jalen Brunson's going to be out for like 2 weeks, I believe. It's going to be interesting. They did not look good offensively last game against the Clippers. Let's see. They've lost 3 in a row. How they do last game without him? So Miles McBride started. He went 2 of 9, 2 of 13 from the field, 2 of 9 from 3-point land. That's awful. 7 points. Josh Hart had 14 points, 20 rebounds. Holy smokes. Karl Anthony Towns 10 rebounds. OG Anunoby 8 rebounds. You know Brunson's a huge part of that team, guys. Bench is Cam Payne, Landry Shamet, Precious Achua. Man, I know the Kings are on a second night of a back-to-back with travel. Let me see here. Oh, they tied it. Oh, they tied it up. It's 97-97 with 11 seconds left. Let's take a look at the minutes report while this game's finishing up for the Kings and Clippers. Kings are going to have a chance to win it here, guys. 39 minutes DeMar DeRozan, 41 minutes Keegan Murray, 38 minutes Zach LaVine, 28 minutes Keon Ellis. Jonas Valanciunas, 36 minutes. Now they're still without what's their face? Malik Monk and Domantas Sabonis. So I don't know if they're going to play in this game. Let me see what their situation is. Sometimes the injury report says like they're out for a week or two. So Sabonis is definitely going to be out for this game. Malik Monk, I don't know. Maybe he comes back. I don't think so. But, you know, we'll see. The line's short, guys. It's -1 to the Kings. Kind of a split line, actually. I see it's a pick 'em, guys. It's -110. Over unders 223, 224. Kings are playing pretty good defense. Take a look at the Kings' schedule. They've been scoring, but then I think more than anything, they've actually been playing good defense. They've gone under now. Well, they should have went under against San Antonio, and that game went crazy in the last closing minutes. Denver that went under, Dallas that went under, Houston went under, Jazz went under. They've gone under 5 out of the last 6 games. Now they get a Knicks team who's without Brunson. Looks like this game's going into overtime, guys. For the Kings. Yeah, it's going into overtime. Zach LaVine missed a shot. So I lean Knicks. I lean the Knicks. I don't feel good about it without Brunson, but Knicks have lost 3 in a row. It's definitely a Knicks spot. Even if the Kings lose against the Clippers tonight, you know, I still think it's a Knicks spot. I think Miles McBride rises to the occasion. I think they find a way to win, guys. I will lean under 224. I don't feel great about that. And that is the show, guys. Sorry for like the negativity. I'm trying not to be negative, but it's just like, oh my gosh, guys. I'm just like the amount of time I put into this, and like I'm not just like one of these guys that like, you know, bets and like loses and like, you know, I look at why I've lost. I look at like, did I make a stupid bet? Was it my fault? Was it just bad luck? And it's just honestly my spots this year that have been profitable for like 3 or 4 straight seasons. They're just not profitable this year. Like I'm not doing anything differently. It's just these teams are. I have no idea, guys. Like I really think. I mean, in general, NBA teams can be really heartless and just tank and not give an F. Like that's a given, but more than usual this year, I feel like is the case, and it's just hard. It's been hard to read, guys. For me, at least. I mean, if you're killing it, congrats to y'all. Keep killing it, but I don't know. My spots, my historical profitable spots, have just not been hitting this year, guys. So I'll keep trying to adapt. Keep trying to open my mind to see if there's just, you know, take advantage of these teams that have no heart, and you know, just keep trying to win the day, guys. Win the day. So I'll look to make Monday a winning day, and I will see you on the podcast tomorrow. Have a good one, guys.